So, like I was saying, key point, I'm a victim of these new age mind slavery practitioners, and these shitbags were selling access to the device to hackers, terrorists, criminals, all sorts of people, even law enforcement and other people. So, all sorts of people hear what people tell me, and also hear what I or see what I think when I think, because whatever comes to awareness shows up as typed text. So is what I'm told and what I gather, and they're DARPA modem from the mind like fashion, like the article I was reading in 2018. But also even images that come to awareness can show up, like this peace sign. I just did a peace sign, so if you saw that, that's my mind output. Now, enough nonsense. So another key point is so these kids are hearing things and hearing things I hear, some of them, and they sit there eavesdropping all day is a key point. And these kids pivot in real time. They'll direct the analysis I make to catch them at me, so don't fall for that. They love that hustle. But you should always remember that. And then you should understand that's my environment. So there's weird shit I have to do because there's always people stalking my brain and watching what I do. So sometimes, like for instance, if I contact someone, some of these terrorists stalking me, they may contact people that I contact right after me, and then they'll pretend to be affiliated with me. They're not. No one is affiliated with me. I've been by myself this whole time, and no one will tell me the goddamn real truth, partly because they know I have the device in my brain. Two, some of them are stealing from me and just pretending like I'm crazy or something while they steal from me. But because key point, pay attention to people who are trying to make me look psychotic. A lot of them were trying to make me look psychotic because they were stealing from me, trying to pretend my life was theirs, money, property, etc. Bet my life on it. And some of them are still trying to make me look psychotic to quote save face, even though they're fucking serial killers who are stealing large sums of money from me and trying to stealing my life, money, and property. So don't fall for that. I was never psychotic. I'm a victim of people with more than psychiatric illness and egomaniacs, basically. But these people are stalking my mind 24/7 and stalking every thought, every letter I send, every word I say. So always, when it comes to my data, it's always a logging system hustle. I'm either saying something in the kitchen to the telepathy people that I hear, debating with them, and I may have a key point. And while I'm making that key point, they're sitting there typing it. So they have a little army of serial killers stalking me 24/7. And anything I say out loud, they'll be I'll be saying out loud in the kitchen. They'll be logging it somewhere and pretending they said it when it's really me. So I'll say it, and then they say, hey, that's a key point. And then I'll go to my computer and log it. But by the time I turn my computer on and log it, it's already been logged. They'll even make my telepathy upload to their names or somewhere else. And that's another hustle these terrorists are pulling to steal my data, these new age mind slavery practitioners. So that's another tactic they utilize. And they don't report that honestly. Another thing they'll do is for instance, I'll be about to log something in my methods of analysis, and then they'll start hacking me doing the beach ball, or they'll start making the fan blow loud and the computer get hot right there, like right near where the screen meets the keyboard area. And I said the keyboard area, not the interface shitbag. So I just overheard the receiving end of the telepathy, and that's one of the telepathy impersonators. They said interface, but I was talking about just where the screen meets the keyboard component. I don't know what the hell you call it. The monitor and the body. I don't know. But these shitbags basically stop. Quit firing images in my mind of people. You're creeping me out. Yeah, I hate when they do that. They fire images in my mind of people and try to create some weird environment. It creeps me out with it. It's like it's their form of intimidation and witness tampering. I'm not sure. Some of them. Or they try to manufacture associations or pretend I'm thinking about things I'm not, to misrepresent me or manufacture perceptions. It's so fucking annoying. Stop. But regardless of that, it's always a logging system hustle when it comes to my data. So it's stuff I'll say out loud in the kitchen. It's stuff I'll say out loud in my room, then later log it. Or please stop firing images at me at the neural implant I see in my mind. First it was Fariel, then it was Shazia. It was really weird. It's annoying. Not you. I don't know. I just get weird about that because I don't know how it's being received, or don't know the community observing whatever is in my mind, and then how they are presenting it to that community. So it's really annoying because they're always trying to misrepresent me and do perception manufacturing all day long, and it's kind of driving me crazy now. It's infuriating, but it's more than infuriating. So these guys are always pulling a logging system hustle. So even when I'm about to log in the methods of analysis, they'll start beach balling me, or they will start doing the fan blowing loud and getting hot, and then I'll have to like turn it off and wait like 5 to 10 minutes before I log it. And by the time I get to logging it, they've already logged it and be like, hold court, he's stealing our data. He's stealing our data. Let's kill him. Fire radiation weapons at him. Hold court. I'm like, Jesus Christ, no, it's my fucking data. And their investigators are like retarded or something, that they don't even analyze that I have synthetic telepathy when they sit there stalking my mind all day. So they're a bunch of data thieves and criminals. So don't fall for that bullshit. And then they even have audio in my house, and they don't even report that audio, honestly, either. So it's always a logging system hustle when it comes to my data. Bet my life. I've never seen the game, so I have no way to steal someone else's data, and I don't know how to fucking hack. Nor am I these mind melders shitbags who stalk my mind. I'm the victim of the mind melders shitbags. I've got the device in my brain. So I got beef with the mind melders because they're always stealing from me and pretending my personality, my jokes, my ideas, thoughts, etc. are theirs. So I'm like, fuck the mind melders. At least the evil poser douche ones. And a lot of them were serving Illuminati penances. So no one hired them. They were actually sentenced to supposedly help me or something, is what I gather. That's another key point. So no, I don't hire them with my ideas or hire them with my data. They're full of shit. They got in trouble for doing this highly illegal shit to me when I lived in New York when I was a medical student, amongst other things. But yeah, it's always a logging system hustle, and I always remember there's eavesdroppers, and and then they're always just bombarding me with telepathy. So if I'm acting crazy, it's because I'm being neurophysiologically tortured. They're sexually assaulting me with their implantable devices in my genitals. They're assaulting me with various devices in different regions of my brain to disrupt memory, cognition. Even they were even trying to damage my amygdala, for crying out loud, to inhibit emotional and behavioral regulation. And they're trying to do emotional dysregulation syndrome. So I'm a victim of some real life psychopath serial killers. Bet my life on it. But always remember that. So if I'm acting weird, it's probably because I'm being assaulted with telepathy and bombarded with like threats and harassment, or being neurophysiologically assaulted. And they're shocking my brain. That's part of the reason why I'm just sometimes sitting here like, what the fuck? Because I'm literally being held. My nervous system is literally being held hostage, and this has gone on for 5 years and 5 months. Right now, it's chill. I don't know how, but it is. But that's a key point. And they use that technology as well to manipulate bets and rob people. So that's another key point. So the little human programmer shitbags, they're not human programmers. They're not doing research. They're manipulating bets and robbing people by using this technology to lock up my brain, my body, my nervous system, etc. And they love data switches. Don't fall for their data switch, their handoff switches where they pretend their Google data is mine and my Google data is theirs. That's another one of their hustles they'll pull. So don't fall for that, because I made a key point about look for people when I'm start working out, or there's bets about my analytical skills or this or that. There are kids who will probably some of the implantation terrorists will look up stuff, I guess, on the internet, and they'll look for regions of the brain associated with analysis, for example. Or when I'm doing sit-ups, they'll read about the sit-ups and how the muscles and the functioning of like bicycle sit-ups, for instance, and the muscles involved, and they'll try to look for ways to impair them with implantable devices. So looking through the searches some of these kids are making, the betting manipulators use implantation weapons to manipulate bets. So if there's some bet relating to me doing something, whether with the mind or the body, and it involves a specific location, they'll try to read about it, and then they'll try to place it somewhere. So trying to find people doing those searches are people looking for targets of implantation to impair a function. So you can do that, and that's another one of their direct his analysis at him hustle. Because I made this point to the CIA, FBI, and others a long time ago, and told maybe even Sundar Pichai, and I told them to look up Google searches related to whatever bets are revolving around me and see if people are looking for ways to inhibit whatever I'm doing. And then I guess maybe they got scared because they're the implantation terrorists. So then they tried to steal my analysis and maybe pull a Google data switch or something. So check it with my computer as well, and tried to direct my analysis at me. So that's an example of what I mean. But yeah, that's one way to catch these implantation terrorists with zero respect for human life, and these grade A shitbag scum motherfuckers. Literally, I mean, they have zero respect for human life. They entertain themselves watching disabled people ejaculating against their will while they shock their genitals and jeer them during private time. I mean, these people are fucking via telepathy. They're sickos. They abuse human life for entertainment. They actually accept jobs abusing disabled people, mentally abusing disabled people. They actually accept jobs sexually assaulting disabled people. They actually accept jobs trying to coerce suicide. That's some of these terrorizer people's jobs. Uh, they accept jobs abusing human life for rich people's entertainment as well. So these guys are grade A sick fuck serial killer bastards with zero respect for human life. So if you know who these people are, you need to report them. They'll pretend to be good. They're so deceptive and manipulative. It's scary. They'll be like, "We're great or good. We're altruistic," but they're like really serial killer murderers and rapists. Bet my life on it. And big time IP thieves and criminals. And I have no agreements with anyone. I've always been by myself. Anyone who tells you they gave me my information, ask him, why do you deny the things that he says in his letters to law enforcement? If you gave him the information, why'd you say he was psychotic when he said terrorism was involved? If you gave him the information, because the only way I receive information is via telepathy and then analyzing it, as well as like random odd experiences I've had throughout my life. If they gave me the information, one, they're admitting to telepathy existing because all my information came via telepathy. Two, if they gave me information, why do they deny the existence of terrorism, implantation, telepathy, and these implantable devices I discuss to law enforcement? That's a key point. So that's how you know they didn't give me the information. I'm not feeling anything, lady. What the hell are you talking about? No, I'm just trying to make a key point. What else is going on? So I never fall for those kids' bullshit. They didn't give me the information. They're just some kids trying to steal money because supposedly there's people paying money for information, is what I gather. What else are they doing? Not to mention anyone who claims my info is theirs and it's their information. See if their information makes sense to their life. Pay attention to all the things they deny. How can it be their information if they deny the existence of all the things I say in my letters to law enforcement or deny it to others? How can it be their information if they didn't go to Strake, Memorial, Village School, St. Cecilia, St. Edwards, St. George University, SGU, etc., etc.? How can it be their information if they didn't live in Brooklyn and didn't live in that 36L or Loft City Center, 431 West? Or their Apple ID was in Peace Justice Unity or Justice Peace Unity, or their phone numbers were in 713-412-7665 or 713-458-8480 and deactivated since early 2019. Or how could it be, or 832-917-2976, or they don't have this iPad mini, or they don't have certain credit card purchase histories, etc., etc. So these kids are so full of shit, it's fucking ridiculous, and they lie about everything. All you have to do is, if they say it's their information, check the stories they've been telling you for X amount of years, and you'll see these kids are full of shit. And yeah, if they claim information or ideas are theirs, check the computer their documents came from. It probably came from my computer. That's another piece of this. So they're even stealing my ideas. They're stealing my analysis, my letters, my data. They're stealing right from the tip of my tongue, right from the strings of my guitar. They're stealing right from my fucking eyes. You should see Alexander Suryajan, long black hair and a man bun. Eyebrow ring, a little mustache, a little lower lip hair, black mustache, black chin hair, black shirt. If you don't, they're filtering. They're filtering what I look like. So don't fall for it, because they love their filters and imaging hustles too. Brain hurts. Right now, while I'm communicating, they're using tech on my brain. They love to do that to try to sell their lie. I'm psychotic to save face, because they've been slandering me so much. I've been hearing about that. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm infuriated by it. I can't wait to sue these serial killer bastards for every cent they've got. But yeah, supposedly people owe me trillions of dollars, and they've committed crime. They've committed trillions of crimes, large sums of money in slander, and large sums of money in theft and more. But trillions in crimes, experiments, illegal bets on me. Some of these guys were trying to give me cancer with fucking radiation weapons from satellites. Bet my life on it. So much illegal shit's going on. I asked these kids, whoever Fabby and Fanny are, ask them what the gamma gunners are that they used to hire and train. They're satellite terrorists with radiation dispersal devices that emit radiation harmful to human life. So they've been hiring terrorists, the people using them, and then they are terrorists if they're distributing access to WMDs, because a radiation dispersal device is a WMD from what I've read. And there's different types of radiation dispersal devices. It's not just dirty bombs. There's other things, I think, that qualify as a radiation dispersal device according to certain laws I've read by eg.gov sites such as a device that emits radiation harmful to human life. So pay attention to that and do not become culpable. Do not become an accomplice. Do not become an accessory. And no, I'm not psychotic. And no, I have no agreements with anyone. I have no representatives, never did. Whoever's claimed to be such, never trust. Zero credibility, 1000% liar, and has been stealing large fucking sums of money. A piece of this is there are a lot of people who think I'm responsible for their debts that they created, gambling with money that they stole that was mine in the first place and somehow went in debt. And now they're holding me hostage for debts they created, gambling with money they stole that was mine that I didn't even know about in the first place. Then there's other people holding me hostage for debts they incurred because they're being blackmailed by people that they hired to murder me and my family for no fucking reason, so they could get away with stolen money from some other time period. So that's another piece of this. I'm responsible for no one's debts and never agreed to it. Why would I agree to paying off the debts of people trying to murder me and kill me and my family? So let's keep that in mind. Praise Jesus.